Well, we come along for the exciting news about what's going to be happening on Snaefell Mountain in May. There's going to be a lot of bodies up there sleeping out. And the head of Breast Cancer Now is with us from the UK. You come over especially, I understand, for this. She's a good one, isn't she? She does a lot of fundraising here.
She's amazing. She's very good at delegating. She's a strong leader, but they have really done an amazing job here on the Isle of Man. They have raised, over the last nearly 30 years, they've raised nearly £2 million. So that's an unbelievable achievement.
Wow.
Well, that's all thanks, of course, to the Isle of Man public, our residents and supporters. So without them, we wouldn't be raising anything. So we get tremendous support from them.
So a big presentation here, because I know the government's going to be making a speech in a minute, but you've persuaded everyone to trape up our mountain and sleep out for the night. I'm away, by the way, because I would have been there, obviously, clearly I would have been there. How's this come about?
So in 2010, I took 14 people up Kilimanjaro. So not quite the same comparison, but similar idea. And I thought, well, we can do something here in the Isle of Man, but I needed to make it a bit more challenging. So we're sleeping out on the mountain without any tents. So just sleeping bags only, no tents allowed.
You check the weather forecast? I mean, I don't know, it's a bit far, but
who knows?
Seriously, what happens?
Yeah.
If it rains?
Well, we just get wet.
Oh my goodness.
We just get on with it.
Are you coming back for this?
Well, I have been talking to the sleepover crew, and they are all getting ready with absolutely everything they need. So thermal sleeping bags, waterproof, taking very clear instructions from the civil defence team. So it's all being very seriously organised. But I think they're going to have a lot of fun. And I think it's going to be an amazing event.
I know, I'm so sorry I'm missing it. I know a lot of friends are doing it, but anyway.
Yeah, we've got lots of people doing it, so 75 people,
wow.
And each of them are challenged to raise £300 each.
Yep.
So that's going to raise us over £20,000 for our charity, which is really going to make a difference, Delyth, isn't it? So tell Paul what a difference this is making.
So what we're trying to do is get to our vision, which is that everyone diagnosed with breast cancer will live. So that's a big ambition. We think we can do that by 2050, but only if we all act now. And that means we've got to fund the research. We've got to get those scientists working absolutely every inch of the way towards those new cures, and also better ways of preventing, diagnosing breast cancer. And we can only do that through research.
Because Angie, when you were diagnosed, the treatments were a lot different in those days, a bit harsher, weren't they?
They were, so that was 20 years ago and things were very different. But now through research, we've got more targeted treatments that will treat each and every different type of breast cancer, because there's over 20 different types of breast cancer, which people don't realise. So one time it was one treatment suits all, had to suit all. But through research, they are now making them more effective but less invasive, so people can live a decent life still while they're having their treatment.
Fantastic, isn't it, what's going on development-wise?
Just can't say thank you enough, really, because research does take money, and that's what all these amazing fundraisers are delivering. But it's because we need to get this hope for the future. There's 1,000 women in Britain die a month because of breast cancer. That's a lot of lives lost. And we just need to tackle it. We need to make that go away.
And the other thing, we've got a 40-year study into the root cause of breast cancer called the Generation Study. And there's over 117,000 people in that study. Some who've had breast cancer, some who's had nothing to do with breast cancer. And they're looking at the difference why one person has contracted it and another person hasn't. So it's really important to understand the root cause of it. Until we find that as well, we're never going to stop breast cancer.
Just to finish with, the Isle of Man's contribution is important to your funding, because I know obviously some people go, it's going off the Isle of Man, but that's all going to major research, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we can't achieve anything without the support of our amazing fundraisers. You just can't do a thing. And, research is the key for the future, but it's also about support for each other. The group, they don't just fundraise, they have a really good time doing it, and they support each other. And that's something else that we now do as a charity. We can provide information, expert nurses on our helpline and so on. so we can be there for people affected while we're getting this research done and dusted.
And to finish with, people want to help. I mean, they can pick a person they want to help out, I guess. But where do they go for information?
So they can just go to our Facebook page, which is Breast Cancer Now Volunteering in the Isle of Man, or onto our website breastcancernow.im. And we'd be more than happy to welcome everybody to come and support us.